I'm
So
curious, where are the kids that were on buses?
they are between the cafeteria and the media center right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're all set with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just give the power.
Yeah, so we'll see. So first we have public comments. We don't have any
No.
cards. So I'm going to shut this off so that doesn't keep talking. And then next we have a curriculum update with Mr. Haig.
Thanks, Julie. It was a light month from the instruction office. Just a few things to note. We're looking for board approval for a novel. It's called Big Fish, a novel of mythic proportions, and Ann Keller has requested that for her English senior literature class over at senior literature and cinema class over at Central High School. So that's really the only thing that's going to hit the agenda. Just a few things to note, though. Just because right in terms of asks of the board doesn't mean we're not busy doing other things. We had K6 gifted cluster training with Gabby Kokonakis. She leads that for us for Teachers Fest Tuesday. We also did send a team to Byron Center to visit their, what will be their, I'm trying to remember what they called it. Theirs was I think they call it pre-kindergarten, they call it young pies there. So basically they're our version of junior kindergarten, and just had a great opportunity to talk with their staff, principals, talk about process, what that looks like, what are, asking questions like if you had it to do again, what would you do differently? So really a great time of collaboration, and they have some well-established junior kindergarten programs there. So it was a great visit. Excited to bring that here, bring it back to Forest Hills. So we're working on that. And then just something that we'll be talking about at board curriculum is just draft plans and changes to the ELA curriculum. We're going to be introducing pre-AP at both 9 and 10 it's going to be substituting English 9, English 10. We'll have that pre-AP. And then you'll also see an honors pre-AP at 9, and then at 10 there'll be AP seminar, which will also be available at 10 on that track. We'll still open that up to 11 and 12, so they'll have that opportunity. We're getting great feedback from kids that are taking AP Sem this year, so we're really excited about that. And a big sort of kudos and thank you to our friends at Rockford. We had a visit there. We were able to take teachers there last year to get them really excited about it, and it's taken off this year. So really excited about those offerings for our students.
What do we do about kids that maybe aren't on an AP track?
They will have that'll be the pre-AP is not necessarily, there's no AP test that goes
Right.
along with that. As we looked at it and mapped it out, it takes roughly, I'd say 60% of the time. So our teachers are still like infusing the things that they love and do. So it's been a really great merger of rigor.
Okay.
Along with the things that traditionally the teachers have loved to do, those novel studies and things like that. Our teachers feel like the kids can handle it.
Even the kids that are not looking for rigor. Okay.
Because that's just going to be the baseline offering.
This will be baseline offering. Yep. One of the things that we heard when we went and visited Rockford wasn't a situation of I can't do it. It was I never thought I was AP material, if you will. I never thought I could handle this. And what they had shared was that it sort of lifted kids up rather than shying away from it. So the kids accepted the challenge. So we took that to heart. One of the things that they did that we did not do is their 10th grade is AP Sem for all. We elected not to go that route just for that thinking there. Where what if you didn't want to do this? We're not going to run everyone through there. There'll still be choice for our students. So, good question though. And if you don't have any other questions, that's all I had. It was very, very brief today.
All right. Thanks, Scott. That takes us to our discussion and information section. So we have our monthly financial statements reporting out through the end of November for our current year, and of course the cast back to last November at this time. We're 42% of the way through our fiscal year and 31% of the way through our school year. And we are just right on, we're trending where we should be, I guess is the easiest way to say it. We just received our second state aid payment of the year in the month of November. Remember, those start October and they run through August of each year, with September being the month that we don't receive anything, so nothing glaring for that. And then just a quick bond construction update. Let me get this going. And I'm not sure if I got the names ready to work up here, so I'll apologize in advance for that. So just a reminder, A to Visa, we will be wrapping them up here at winter break. There'll probably be a few of those straggler things. You know, last month the board approved an increase to that project to kind of tie up a few things. So some of those will not be done before winter break, but the majority of the project will be complete. And as we talked about, it was a challenging project. Pine Ridge is moving along as we expect. There will be a turnover of staff moving around here in a phase at winter break, and then another one coming up at spring break, and we expect to be complete with them in August. And Eastern Middle is moving along as scheduled as well, so we hope to open that up in May for the new secure entrance. Eastern Athletics and Northern Athletics, both those fields are progressing as expected. I know, Elizabeth, we've been posting some pretty cool drone shots from that from our construction managers who went and took those, so they're really taking shape. It's pretty neat to see that progress. Design in progress, so Central High was out to bid. We received those bids last week, so we're doing our standard, our construction managers do post-bid interviews for each of those bid categories, so they are starting to conduct those, and we will bring a recommendation back to you in January, with the construction set to begin in June. Roofing, paving, mechanical at a variety of locations. So we have on our agenda here today some paving and some mechanical. We'll have some more mechanical next month for you. But I will have a couple slides here so you can see on the paving side. This is that pink shaded area is what we're going to do over at Central Middle, just to give you an idea. And then at Pine Ridge, this is the area that we'll be paving this summer as well, and coordinating that with the construction that's going on there. Aquatic Center, we continue to move forward the design of that new facility. Our focus group met last Monday evening. That was fun, having the students and coaches and some community members there along with our construction team. So it was a really good meeting. They were excited about seeing some of the images, and we'll continue to design through June. We'll bid it out in July with construction starting in October. And of course, that's about a 2-year timeline for construction. 2 minutes to build
That'd be nice.
a huge building. Wouldn't that be nice? You just snap your fingers. But just a couple of renderings. I think you guys have seen these, but I know our community hasn't. These are a couple of the images that we shared when we walked the focus group through kind of where we're at in the process. They saw a very similar presentation to what you saw at last month's meeting, so know that it wasn't too much different from that. But when they saw some of these images, they got really excited. So this one here is the 50-meter pool. So you can see we're kind of sitting at an angle. The bleachers off to the right would be for the athletes as they're sitting at poolside, and of course the spectator seating is there at the top on the opposite side. And then this is just an image, a rendering of the warm water pool. So that was a 4-lane, 25-yard pool. Don't get too fixated on colors of the pool because that's set and what it needs to be. They were a little worried about that, but really good feedback. A lot of conversation around the locker rooms. It's so interesting what people would pick up, but you know, that's really important to that group. So we'll work through their feedback and try to make some adjustments from what we heard.
What were they worried about? You mentioned
Size, space, right? If you think of lockers, the original design had small lockers that were like double stacked, and right now they're used to narrower lockers that are just tall and right next to it. They have like their longer jackets that they have in there and things like that. So it was good to hear, you know, kind of what they're thinking. Oh, well, here's what we put in it, that type of thing. So we'll probably end up something with a hybrid, a little bit of both. The current locker rooms actually have a little bit of both, so that's probably what we'll end up doing. But it was the same for the community's locker room side as well as the athletic locker room side, same conversation almost, so.
It's great that you
That's
asked.
interesting. Northern Hills Middle is in the design progress. We're still very early in that. If you remember, we're in that schematic, actually, I think we're still in conceptual design phase for this one. So we continue to just meet monthly. We've pushed the site visits back to January. We had tried to get those scheduled, and one of the sites needed to reschedule. So we just decided with how busy December is that we were going to hold and kind of resume that and set a date for January. So they're looking to do that. Our meetings will pick up to bi-weekly, so we'll start to get more intensive conversations and start to see a little bit more of the design work. We've been doing a lot of listening and talking. How are you using that space? I think I've talked about that before. So that's Northern Hills Middle. Ada Elementary rather. We've met once or twice there, so we'll continue to do that and design through October. Elementary playgrounds, Corey is working through that. We might have to split those up. Remember, those were some accessible pieces for those spaces. And then on Horizon this month, we have a kickoff meeting with Meadowbrook Elementary to start to talk about their learning environment redesign. So we'll do that, and we'll design through next December, starting construction in June of 26. And then, of course, Northern High, the remainder of that building, will kick that off in May. That's all I have. Very brief.